Today I wanted to talk to you about something that's very close to my heart. It's called distortion. Now, normally when you think of distortion, you think of something like this. Really, distortion is so much more than just a really heavy guitar sound. Distortion is so much more than just a heavy, distorted guitar sound. Distortion has a few different names. There's soft clipping, hard clipping, there's saturation. Specifically, what I want to show you today is how you can take boring, clean sounding preamps, because they are boring to listen to, and make them more interesting via distortion. Again, it's light, it's harmonic distortion, it's adding something extra. It's not just muddying up your signal. There's three separate plugins I'm going to show you today. One's called LOFI. It is a stock Pro Tools plugin that has some pretty cool features on it. The other one is called the Little Radiator by SoundToys. If you get it on sale, it's like $30. Normally it's like $80 though, so wait till it goes on sale, then hop on it. It has a bigger brother called the Radiator, which has more features, but to do what I'm showing you today, you just need a little Radiator. And the last one I'm going to show you is a free plugin that you can get right now from Slate Digital called Fresh Air. So typically what you might do if you're trying to brighten up a sound source or make it have more character, you might just reach for an EQ. But if you lean more towards using harmonic distortion or using distortion that adds color to the sound instead, you are making that sound source more interesting with distortion rather than just expecting EQ to do all the work. Again, we're not doing anything extreme. We're just adding in a little bit of that to help give our sound source a little more character. Nothing crazy. Specifically, I use the Little Radiator now in every single sound source I record. That's the first plugin in every single chain except for vocals for me, because sometimes I want it, sometimes I don't. Yeah, let's just get into it. So the Lo-Fi plugin looks like this. How I might use it is maybe add like 1.5 or 2 of distortion. That thing gets pretty extreme. If you go past like 4 or 5, it's like, oh God, that's a lot of distortion. Now let's pull up the Little Radiator. I'm gonna go ahead and give you my preset for this. Just take it and run with it because it's so good. The setting I'm showing you doesn't change the volume of your sound source. It just adds that little bit of warmth and saturation. Again, just listening by itself, you're not going to notice a huge difference, except it might sound a little warmer. But across everything in your mix, you're going to notice the difference. Essentially, what the Little Radiator is doing is emulating I want to get this right. I think it's a 1566A all-tech preamp. It's a fantastic preamp. I mean, it's not known for being perfect. It's known for having character flaws, which is great. If you look on the bottom left, that toggle switch, so they modeled one Alt-Tech pre that was like to spec and another one that was off spec, where the tubes were running hotter, I think. What's that called?
Biased. The word is biased.
It's called,
this other Alt-Tech pre was biased hotter. The tubes were running hotter.
So they included that as well because it had a really cool distortion to it. You can flip that on and play with that if you want to. All right, let's talk about Fresh Air real quick. Again, Fresh Air is a free plugin. You should download it right now because it's fantastic. So it looks like this. It has 4 buttons on it. You can't mess it up. You really can't. To me, vocals sound best with the mid air at like 30 and then the high air at like 10. That's where I like it. That's usually about where I set it. And then I will also go down to the bottom right of the plugin and hit the trim knob and go back like 2 decibels. Just to make sure, again, that we're gain staging properly. You're not adding volume and tricking yourself into believing that this plugin is better just because it's louder. So don't do that. So let me show you what all of these sound like real quick.
Drought and famine, natural disasters, my baby has been around for me. Through drought and famine, natural disasters, my baby has been around for me. Drought and famine, natural disasters, my baby has been around for me. Through drought and famine, natural disasters. My baby has been around for me. Through drought and famine, natural disasters, my baby has been around for me.
So all these plugins are fantastic. I use every single one of these guys. It's like adding EQ, but it's way more interesting than just adding an EQ. Well, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, go check out my social media on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and everything. I am Brennan White with Fairview Sound, signing off. Thanks. How do I do the face tracker? I don't want it to lose me.